Hey, beautiful friends, welcome to Casa Naturals, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today I'm answering your questions. Yes, so ask me anything natural skincare and DIY beauty myth busted. Yes, so before we get into our video, like our word of inspiration is coming from the book of Proverbs chapter 2 verse 6. The Bible says that words okay, for the Lord, I beg your pardon, for the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you so much. So hi, beautiful friends, welcome to Casa Naturals, your go-to space for natural beauty, DIY, skincare, and hair care solutions. And I appreciate you so much for coming to watch our live. Yes, friends, so I'm just waiting for you before we get into our video. So I'm so excited, friends, as you can hear it. I'm super excited you are here for this live. Yes, I'm seeing you. You are coming by faith. Yes, I'm seeing you. You are coming. You're coming. So I'll give 3 minutes before we go into our video while I'm waiting for you. So friends, I appreciate you so much for coming, for watching Casa Naturals, and for supporting Casa Naturals. Like Casa Naturals, we are growing by grace. The Lord has been faithful. The Lord has been too good. The Lord has been too good to us. And we are grateful to God, and we owe everything to him who gives us life. Yes. So let me just tell you one mistake that I'd ever made while I was just starting out my natural hair. Friends, like, that is actually it should be 5 or 6 years ago. Like I made the worst mistake. I'd applied Eco Styler gel in my hair, and then I blow dried it. I had no knowledge of whatsoever. So whenever I share this with my community support, natural hair, they're like, that was so crazy. It was crazy indeed. Yes. So friends, like, I started Casa Naturals. The passion came from while I was at uni, while I was at university. When I'm bored, I would watch some videos. Now, the most interested thing that I had that lured me was hair and skincare. Hi friends, thank you so much for coming to Casa Naturals, for watching our live. I appreciate you so much, friends, and you are so welcome, and I'm excited to have you here, and I'm so glad, friends. Hope you are okay. Hope you are doing okay, my friends. Thank you so much for coming. Just send a message in the chat. Tell me where you are watching us from. Tell me where you are watching us from, my friends. Tell me where you are watching us from. So in today's video, like, I'm super excited. I'm thrilled to share with you. Like, I want you to ask me questions. So we are ask me anything. Ask me anything, friends. So we are going to do a DIY beauty myths busted. So we are actually busting, the DIY beauty myths busted, my friends, because we've believed myths, we've believed lies, like for skincare and hair care. Yes, so it doesn't matter whether you are male or female, like, you are so welcome. Like, Casa Naturals has everything for both, whether male or female. I have something for you, my friends. Yes, so let's get right into our video. Since we have 2 people watching, some friends will join us while as we go on in our live for today. Like, we are busting DIY beauty myths busted, my friends. DIY beauty busted. Now, so hey friends, I welcome you once again and thank you so much for coming to watch our live. So at Castle Naturals, actually this is your go-to space for natural hair, DIY beauty, and hair care solutions. Yes, so Castle Naturals is so passionate about that. Yes, so let me know friends where you are watching us from and what beauty myths you have heard that sounded like a little suspicious. Myths you have heard, drop them in the chat section. If there are any myths that you had believed, that you have heard, drop them in the chat section, my friends. Drop them in the chat section. And guess what, friends? Guess what? I've prepared a free PDF myths busted beauty guide with the 10 top myths and safe natural preservatives, friends. So the link will be in the description and pinned in the chat section. Please grab it just after this live, my friends. Yes, so let's talk about the first myth. So the first myth, so of course I'll start with 1 to 3 myths, then we'll take a break to answer your questions. Yes, so the first one, okay, all right, let's get into it. So the first myth, my friends, is like, oh my God, we believe lies. The first myth is the more oil you use, the faster hair grows. The more oil you use, the more faster your hair grows. So that is actually false. That is false. That is not the truth. Yes, because you know what? Oils nourish. Yes, oils nourish and seal the hair. However, they don't magically grow hair. They don't magically grow hair because you know growth actually starts at the scalp. Hair growth starts at the scalp. Yes, so that's one myth. And you know what, friends, actually, I was a culprit. I believed that the more products you use, the more effective it will be. Or the more you use, the faster your hair grows. And sometimes, like when I remember back then, I would apply more coconut oil such that it will even start dripping on my shoulders, you know. Now, because I came to know the truth, I stopped doing that. So I just use minimal products. I use less. I do simplicity, my friends. Simplicity. Yes. Let's go now to the second myth. The second myth is DIY skincare doesn't need preservative. DIY skincare doesn't need preservative. Actually, this one is more dangerous. This one is more dangerous. You know, if products contain water, aloe vera, some tea, or rose water, please, this is serious, my friends. Like, make sure that you preserve your products. Otherwise, you are growing bacteria. Otherwise, you are growing bacteria if you're not preserving your DIY products. So whenever you are working with water in your DIY product, please use a preservative to prevent bacteria and mold. Please, my DIY friends. Because you know what, friends, I've seen so many thousands and thousands of DIY on YouTube, and they don't use preservatives. Many of them, they don't use preservative. So please, if you are making DIY products and you are including water-based like aloe, rose water, please preserve your product. As long as you are using water in your DIY products, please, my friend, use preservatives. Use preservatives. So myth number 3 is natural products can't cause irritation. Natural products can't cause irritation. You know, many of us, we have believed this myth. We think that all natural, of course, all natural is the best. However, the fact is that natural products can cause irritation. Okay, so like my lips are dry, so I'm just applying my lip gloss. Yes, friends, so we are saying that natural products, the myth that we have believed is that natural products can't cause irritation. However, natural products actually, they can cause irritation. They can cause irritation. So natural doesn't mean that no irritation. Natural doesn't mean that no irritation. We can talk over lemon, cinnamon, peppermint, just a few of them are highly active. They are highly active and can trigger reaction. They can trigger reaction despite being natural. So that's myth number 3. So natural products can cause irritation, because many of us, we think that because it's natural, it can cause irritation, blah blah. That's not the case. Something can be natural, but it can be irritative to the skin. Yes, so that's myth number 3. So comment in the chat section, friends, and give this video a big thumbs up. Give this video a big thumbs up, my friends. Give this video a big thumbs up. Where are you watching us from? Where are you watching us from? Tell me. So we are taking a break. We've busted 3 myths, so we are taking a break. I want to answer your questions. I want to answer your questions. So if you have any questions, just post in the chat section. Hi friends, thank you so much for coming to watch Casa Naturals, and I appreciate you so much. So today we are busting 5 myths that we have believed in DIY skincare. Yes, so I'm from talking about 3 myths that DIY skincare doesn't need preservative. When you are making your own product, many people think that because it's a DIY, you don't need preservative. You need a preservative. If you are using water-based products, I talked of aloe, I talked of water. You are working with water, please make sure that you use a preservative. And myth number 2, of course, I've swapped. The other one which we talked about was the more products you use, the more effective. The more products you use, the more effective. But that's not the truth. I thought that by using more products, then my hair will be growing faster. And I thought that maybe the more I apply my moisturizer, the more effective it can be. And in most cases, we use a lot of products, not just for skincare. Even when you are putting your toothpaste on your toothbrush, you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. You just need a dime size. Like it works well. Like friends, for anything, whatever you do, like friends, I think I've emphasized more on this one. Like even if you're polishing your shoes, you're putting your polish on your shoes, don't put a lot. Putting a lot doesn't mean that the product is going to be effective. Thank you so much, friends, for coming to watch our live. Please give this video a like. Give this video a like, my friends. So ask me any questions. Ask me any questions, friends. So we are actually busting DIY beauty myths. Yes, ask me questions on skincare, hair care. Yes, anything to do with that. Then I'll be able to answer you, my friends. I'll be able to answer you, my friends. So I'm actually taking some questions. Any questions, my friends? Any questions? So we also talked over myth number 3, that natural products can't irritate your skin. Something being natural doesn't mean that it can't irritate your skin. Even if it's natural, you can react. So we talked of lemon, cinnamon, peppermint. These are active ingredients. If not diluted, they can trigger reaction. So they can trigger reaction. So now I'm taking questions. If you have any question on skincare, preservatives, anything on skincare or hair care, leave the comment in the chat section, friends. Leave a comment in the chat section. And of course, you know what, friends, like oils, like I thought that maybe the more oil you use on your hair, the more the hair grows. So oils, actually, they just nourish. They don't grow the hair. They don't grow the hair. But they don't magically like grow the hair. So growth actually starts from the scalp. Growth starts from the scalp. Yes, friends. So it's time for questions. It's time for questions. It's time for questions, friends. Any questions? Okay. If you have any question, you can just post your question in the chat. Then as we go in our live, I'll be able to answer your questions. Yes. Okay. So I'd actually put 15 to 25 minutes. I'd put 10 minutes for questions. Hi friends, thank you so much for coming to watch Casa Naturals live. Yes, so if you have any question on skincare, hair care, like today I'm answering your questions and I'm actually busting the DIY skincare. Yes. Okay, so let's pause, my friends, and answer a few questions from the chat. So I'm waiting for your questions, friends. I'm waiting for your questions. Yes, it can be on any product. Like I did a video on what you need to know about sunscreen. So you can ask any questions on sunscreen. How often should you apply sunscreen? When is the best time to apply sunscreen? Okay, so there are no questions at this point, so we can move on. Okay, I received actually, I have some questions like on shea butter. Someone asked to say, can I use raw shea butter on my scalp? Can I use raw shea butter on my scalp? The answer is yes, absolutely. So you can use shea butter on your scalp. That is when you are having issues. Don't just apply shea butter thinking that you want to grow your hair. So I remember using some shea butter on my scalp when I had some bumps, some sores on the scalp. I even did a video on that. I'll link it in the description box below. Like, because shea butter has antimicrobial properties and inflammatory properties. Like, it heals the scalp. It heals the scalp. Like, the bumps disappeared actually within 3 days, friends. Like, shea butter is a wonder-working product. It's a wonder-working product. Okay, so the other question is, what's the best natural preservative for body scrubs? That's another question which I have. What is the best natural preservative for body scrubs? Yes. So friends, like, if you make body scrubs, because a body scrub, it may contain water, unless if it doesn't have water. For instance, you can use sugar, brown sugar. I love brown sugar. You use brown sugar, you put your coconut oil, you put some, I've seen some like putting some cleansers. Okay, or you can put a surfactant, a cleansing agent, so that it cleanses as you exfoliate. So once you use any water base, then you need a preservative, unless if there are no any water in your product. But please, if there's water in your DIY scrub, make sure that you use a preservative. So you can use Gemo Plus. You can also use the more natural one, Lucido. Yes. So those are some of the natural preservatives that you can use in your body scrub. Yes. So keep your questions coming. Hi friends, I appreciate you so much for coming to watch Casa Naturals live. Just Leave a comment in the chat where you are watching us from. Yes, and just say hi in the chat section, friends. I'd love to hear from you and know how you are doing. Yes, I appreciate you so much for coming. Yes, so keep your questions coming. I'll answer more as we go in our live. So now we come to part 2. Part 1 we busted through myths. Yes, I've already explained, friends. Yes, so we are coming to part 2. So part 2 will cover the myths, about 4 to 6. So the fourth myth is that hair grease is bad for natural hair. Hair grease. You know, I've seen videos where some people use grease and it's been working well for them. Some they even apply petroleum jelly or any grease, you know, like with your hair. However, friends, you know, despite grease being helpful, like it's helpful especially for protective styling. If you are doing your protective styling, you know, you apply your grease, like it makes the braids like to be so tight and the like. However, it's not a moisturizer. So you can use it actually to seal in the moisture, like when you just washed your hair. While your hair is damp, then you can use your grease as a sealant. Yes, in the moisture. Of course, it is not moisturizing, friends. Grease doesn't moisturize your hair. That's one of the reasons, like, even when you're using grease or you're using Vaseline. Okay, Mamanta Racha. Oh, hi, my friend. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate your support, my love. I appreciate your support. How are you? Hope you're okay. And your beautiful family. Manta, hope you're okay with your beautiful family, my friend. I love you. And I appreciate you so much for coming to support Casa Naturals. Thank you so much, my friend. So, grease. So, we are talking about grease. Like, grease is bad for natural hair. Grease can be helpful if you are doing a protective style. Or maybe you are... Oh, okay. So, Manta is saying, fine. And you? I'm okay too, my friend. I'm okay too, my sister. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you for supporting Casa Naturals. Yes. So, friends, we are saying grease is not good for your hair. Of course, grease can help. Maybe when you are putting up a bun, your high bun in your hair, so that it can come together. Yes. However, grease is not a moisturizer. So you can use grease when you apply maybe a water-based product. Let's say maybe you apply your leave-in conditioner, or maybe you apply water, or you apply your hair mist, and then you use grease to seal in the moisture. So please make sure that whatever you are doing, you are gentle. Yes. So myth number 5 is, if it is braiding, if it is like burning, actually, I beg your pardon, if it is burning, then it works. If a product is burning, then it works. My friends, it's not working. Actually, it's irritating your skin. I remember at some point, you know, I had some blemishes on the face. A lot was going on with my face, like I had some acne. Then a friend recommended a product. Like the moment I would apply that product, oh my God, like it would burn. And then I would be like, what's this? And I would wash it as quickly as I could. I would wash it out. So friends, like if a product is burning, then it's causing irritation. It's not working at all. Please discard that product. If it's burning, please drop that product. throw away that product. So of course, you know what, friends, it doesn't mean that when it's burning then it's effective. So please make sure that you are gentle with your skin. Be gentle with your skin, my friends. Pain is not a sign of progress. Pain is not a sign of progress. So as we say at Casa Naturals, you know, beauty shouldn't hate. Beauty shouldn't hate. Yes, beauty shouldn't hate. So comment in the chat section, friends. I would love to hear from you. Comment, my friends. Yes, so now we come to myth number 6. We come to myth number 6. I wish I could do some kind of a poll here so that you choose what has surprised you today, which you didn't know. Thank you so much for giving this video a thumbs up. So we go to myth number 6. This one, you know, it caught my attention. You know, more products, better results. More products, better results. You know, most of us, we think that the more products you use, even when we are doing your dishes, the more dishwash you put, the more effective. No, that's not the case. Oh, okay. Mantha, my friend, she's saying, like, done your live stream. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you. Thank you for supporting Casa Naturals and for giving this video a thumbs up. So myth number 6, we are saying the more products, the better results. That is not the case. That is not the case. Like, friends, don't think that the more body cream you put, you use, the better the results. No. The more, like this one covers everything, because, you know, even when it comes to aftershave creams, please don't use more. More doesn't mean that better results, right? Even for your lip moisturizer, it doesn't mean that when you apply more, then the better the results. Your oil, like the more you apply your hair oil, the better the results. No, my friends, that is not the case. Actually, simplicity wins. Simplicity wins. Be simple. It should be simple, my friends. Like, simplicity wins. Overloading products actually leads to build up, clogged pores, and sometimes breakouts. So actually focus on consistency. Focus on consistency and not quantity. Not quantity, my friends. Not quantity. You know, actually, I wanted to put a poll here so that we can vote. Let me just check if we can vote. Okay, like today I don't know what's happening. Like I can't see a place where I can do some charts. Okay, so which of these myths like shocked you the most? Which one shocked you the most? Which one shocked you the most, my friends? Is it A, oil? Is it DIY doesn't need preservatives? Or is C, burning works? Like, the most which shocked me was burning, and the more products. And myth number 6, like, the more products, better results. So actually what I do after learning this tip, like what I've started doing, whatever product I'm using, I don't use a lot. Like, even for sunscreen, I would apply a lot and then my face would look like white. So actually today I practiced that. So what is important is be consistent and practice the tips, because they are going to help you a great deal, and you won't be wasting things. You won't be wasting things. Yes, even in a home. Like, it doesn't mean that the more products you use, even when you are making your tea, it doesn't mean that the more sugar you put, the better results. Actually, that is dangerous. Using more product is dangerous. Oh, Mantha, she's saying you are very nice. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. You are also nice. God bless you. God bless you, my friend. I appreciate you so much. Yes, friends. So, like, be simplicity. Apply simplicity, because you know what? Simplicity wins. We've discovered today that simplicity wins. Yes. And you know what, friends? The one actually which burning, oh my God. Like whenever a product is burning on your skin, please discard it. Throw it away. It's not good for you. It's not good for you, my friends. Yes. So if you have learned something, if you have learned something, friends, comment in the chat section below. And please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and please share it with a friend whom you think they can benefit, or whom you think is oh my God, whom you think like they are so interested in skincare and hair care. Share this video. Oh, okay. Mantha is saying you are married. Yes, I am, my friend. Yes, I am. I'm married to a very good man, a God-fearing person. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that question. I appreciate your question. And I appreciate you so much, friends, for being here. I appreciate you so much for coming to watch Casa Naturals. God bless you. Okay, so Mantha is saying, okay. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much, my friend. God bless your family. God bless your family. God bless your family. So let me just do a recap before we go. I just want to repeat. I want to repeat what we covered. I want to do a recap on what we covered within 2 minutes. I'll be done. So today, friends, I was answering anything natural skincare, DIY beauty meets busted. Yes. So, friends, we talked over 6 myths. 6 myths. So we talked over, people think that the more products you use, the more effective. And people think that oil can actually grow your hair. However, growth starts from the scalp. Growth starts from the scalp. Yes. And I thought that the other thing that we talked about was, if you are doing DIY, you are making your own products at home. Like, friends, you can make your own products at home. You know, the good thing about DIY is you are able to control what is going in your product. That's the goodness. Like, you have control of what you have to put in your product. So recently, actually, I shared a video on how you can make your own shea aloe butter, hair, and body butter. I'll link it in the description box so that you can check it out. So in that DIY, I demonstrated how you can make a simple hair and body butter using preservatives. It was a DIY, however, I added a preservative because I'd added some aloe in it. I'd added some water. Aloe is a water-based ingredient. So the moment you... Oh, okay. Mantha is saying, I'm married and have 2 sons. Wow, that's nice. That's absolutely nice, my friend. God bless your beautiful family. And I pray that the grace of God be upon your family. Yes. Beautiful sons. Powerful. Powerful, my friend. So we also talked about the more products you use, the better. This one, oh my God, like it got me. The more products you use, the more the better. Even when you are, whatever you are doing at home, whatever you are using at home, please be simple. Apply simplicity. Apply simplicity. Like, simplicity wins, my friends. Like, overloading products actually leads to build up, clogged pores, and sometimes breakouts. So even when you are making maybe a cake, you don't have to put a lot of ingredients. You have to measure. Be precise with your measurements, friends. The more ingredients, you'd find that actually the cake will not come out nice, right? So thank you so much, friends. Thank you for those beautiful comments. I appreciate you for coming to watch our live. Yes, thank you so much. So at this point, I'll see you in the next Casa Naturals video or live. Please keep smiling, friends, and be positive. Don't think too much. If you have a situation, you have a problem, don't think about it. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Don't carry that burden alone. Leave it at the feet of Jesus and you'll be set free. Bye-bye. God bless you. See you in our next live.